All right, it's almost nighttime. This is February 2nd, 2024, and this is kind of a take Luna and Sasha for a walk day, but again, as I always do. But also I want to do a little before and after my low carb experience, because I am going to post a before picture before I went keto, and that was let me think, that was probably 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago, the photo I'm going to post, and of course me today. What happened when I went low carb from the standard American garbage diet? I was weighing about 210. I immediately started just massively losing weight, and I went down from 210 all the way down to about 165. That was my bottom. Looked a little depleted, a little older looking, not quite as healthy, I didn't think, but as far as an appearance, but I did lose a ton of weight, so good for me. I did keto pretty close to 4 years, and then I actually started gaining some weight back, even though I was thinking I was still on a keto type diet. But there's a lot of good food you can eat on keto. There's keto breads, there's keto pizza and keto ice cream, and there's all kinds of goodies you can eat on the keto. So after I gained a little weight back, went back up to like the mid 190s, I was like, whoa, gaining all my weight back. I started at 210. So then I said, that's it. I'm gonna go carnivore and see if I can lose the weight this time without losing the muscle and not looking all depleted. Well, that's exactly what I did. And now it's been, 25 months on carnivore, and there's no looking back. Keto was good for me, but carnivore takes it to the next level, and you don't have the weight fluctuations on carnivore. Bottom line is, when I take in carbs are too easy to overindulge. The water weight, the fat weight, whatever type of weight you want to call it, it just starts coming back on. And there was tasty food on keto, but there's plenty of tasty food on carnivore. And if I do cheat once in a while, every blue moon, I'm cheating normally with a keto food like a vegetable or something. So it's no big deal, but I pretty much eat carnivore. And I do have a before and after, and I don't fluctuate in weight anymore, but I also have things that I consider, whether it's shown in my blood markers or not, things that I consider improvements in overall health, such as no joint pain, my feet don't hurt. I'm gonna be 65 this year, so been around on this planet many moons, and eventually your joints and things start hurting over time, and maybe that was all inflammation, because that's all went away. I never have any indigestion anymore. I rarely ever get sick. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Blue moon, I caught COVID twice, and I've gotten, I think I got sick one other time since then, but they're all basically like bad colds. I mean, they never completely knocked me out, but I did good, and I'm not I didn't take the jab either. I survived all that. Just my natural ability to fight off nasty viruses. So there you go. Yeah, all right, so I got reduced inflammation. I lost all this weight. And another thing I really like now is abundance of energy. And I wake up in the morning with a lot of energy. It's no coffee necessary. And another perk is that I've been able to sleep. I sleep real well at night. And you know, when you get good restful sleep, you feel like a new person the next day. We all know how that is. You have horrible nights of sleep. You wake up, you struggle getting through your day. This carnivore diet has really improved my sleep quality. And another thing is my blood pressure. My blood pressure is pretty much is stellar. Now, you might say, well, that's because you exercise all the time, but you know, I've heard time and time again that carnivores, you know, from what I'm reading, a lot of carnivore people have improvement in blood pressure. So, you know, people want to say it's a fad diet. Well, if a fad diet makes you feel this great, I don't consider it a fad diet myself, but if a fad diet makes you feel this great, well, I'm going to stick with this fad. You know, that's the way it is. But I don't consider it a fad diet myself. I consider it a lifestyle or a proper human diet. It just makes sense. I don't think there's not too many animals out there that eat a variety of different food. Not too many. I mean, you don't see, you know, rabbits hopping after mice, taking them down and ripping their flesh off, do you? No, rabbits pretty much stick with eating grass or plant matter, right? I mean, because that is the proper diet for a rabbit, right? You don't see a lion, you know, going around grazing on grass, do you? No, no. Because lions eat meat. And that's a proper diet for a lion. Oh, I get a phone call. Hold on a minute here, guys. That is the school, and they always leave me a text message afterwards anyway. So, anyways, you know, that's my view. I think human beings were at one time were apex predators. It just makes sense because we've survived several ice ages, and there wasn't a whole lot of plant material out there for humans to eat. You know, you know, if you go back in time, or not even go back in time, you look in some of the caves, you know, they got paintings of pictures with humans with spears and bow and arrows taking down, you know, the wild beasts. And you know, of course, once they learned how to, probably at one time they were probably taking down those wild beasts and eating all that meat raw. But you know, once they discovered fire, you know, they learned how tasty meat can be roasted in over an open fire, right? So, anyways, obviously my preference is to stay carnivore. So, like I said, I've had big improvements in health. You can feel it. If it feels just good, I'm not buying it. That's killing me on the inside. And you know, you can see it time and time again out there. Carnivores are just loving it. Most people that do carnivore for a while, there's no turning back. It's just, you know, let the cards fall where they may, because it takes you over, because you feel physically, you feel so good. Who wants to go back on the balanced diets? with your balanced Alka-Seltzers and your, you know, balance, you know, not feeling good and being bloated, gassy, and indigestion. Who wants to go back to that stuff, you know? And taking your blood pressure and your cholesterol or meds with all their side effects, feeling like garbage all the time. When you go carnivore and you're feeling fantastic every day, there's no appeal to that lifestyle. So I am gonna post a picture of myself before low carb, and you'll see I was, you know, I always worked out, but I was not. I had a lot of fat on me. I didn't look as, you know, healthy as I look now. And I'm, you know, every day my abs are getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And of course, I'm gonna go in and see the doctor, and he's gonna say my cholesterol is killing me. You know, when you're feeling great, you're, you know, obviously losing more fat, more visceral fat. But you know, they're finding out. There's another study out right now. You know, we had the lean mass hyper responder study. It showed these very lean people that have been on keto have high LDL, and the same plaque burden as people that are, you know, normal or low LDL. And that study happened over a full 8-year period, and those were what they consider lean mass hyper responders. But there's another study, there's a second study I just heard about today. It's just the same scenario. People that don't consume a lot of carbs, maybe, and these people I don't think are keto, they just don't eat a lot of carbs, and they're lean, and but they're still eat carbs, but they're just lean individuals. They're not keto, they're just lower carbs, I think. But it once again confirmed the bottom line. It confirmed that these leaner people that didn't eat a whole lot of carbs had higher LDL. And although they were, you know, they seemed to be somewhat healthy, just as healthy as ever, even though they had higher LDL. And they think what's going on, it's just the energy pathway. When you eat carbs, before you ever start burning fat, you have to burn all those carbs. So when you're low carb or keto or carnivore, there's a different pathway for you to get your energy for your body to use. And of course, you know, but your body still makes glucose through glucose neogenesis. So you're not storing all that glycogen and glucose or whatever. You're not, you know, you have to burn through the glucose before you start burning your fat stores. That's the bottom line. So I think the LDL is the energy pathway. That's how your it just makes sense that your LDL goes up because that it needs to circulate that fat, because your body, that's what you're using for energy. And I'm thinking if you didn't have an increase in LDL, you wouldn't be feeling too good, since you don't have the carbs for energy, because you changed over to a fat burner. If your fat couldn't you know, go to where it's needed, that might be a problem too. But you know, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just talking in simple terms here, right? Remember, never listen to me for medical advice. This is just my story, and you know, you should always ask your doctor what to do. And of course, most doctors will give you the you know, whatever, the same standard stuff that everybody's doing, and it doesn't work. Pretty much the standard way that people are being told to live their lives. It does not work. Low fat and, you know, lean meats and all that. They've been preaching that to us for years. And we know only 6.8% of Americans are cardiovascular and metabolically healthy. So it's 1 in 14. 1 in 14 of us are cardiovascular and metabolically healthy. And that's with them preaching to us to eat their vegetable oils, their lean meats, and stuff all those servings of fruits and vegetables and whole grains down our throats. It doesn't work. If it does work, people can't stick to it. And that's another reason why I am a big believer in carnivore, because people can stick with it. You know, they can say what they want. It's, you know, it's something that people can lock into, and it's so freaking easy because you don't have to measure, you don't have to think, you just eat delicious animal-based food. And you know, you're not going around being hungry and, you know, measuring little plates of food, and you get done eating it, you're still freaking starved. You know, carbs don't satiate you. Proteins and fats do. You eat a lot of protein and fat, you can go for long periods without having to eat again. It's a pretty amazing thing. So let me do you a recap of my eating today. Got up this morning, first thing I did after exercising, because we went out and we did sprints today, and we did abs. And we added on extra sprints. We did a total of 14 sprints today. And I could feel it in my legs that we did those 4 extra. And then after that, when I went for breakfast, I put 6 eggs in a glass, microwaved them for like 45 seconds, stirred it up real good, and drunk them babies right down. I like drinking eggs. I think that they actually taste pretty good. And then I've been on a kick eating this wild caught salmon. I've been doing it. Today was the 3rd day in a row. Had me a can of wild caught salmon. And I was still hungry. So I had a couple pieces of bacon. And I was still hungry. So I had a bratwurst. And that was it for my morning eating. And then I went all day. I didn't have anything else till around 4:30. I had a bunch of pickled eggs in my refrigerator. My wife wanted me to consume because they're in a big jar. So I ate, I think I ate 11 of them, because they were there for a long time, because I didn't eat eggs in January. Okay, so I want to get them out of the way, so I ate 11 of them, and that's it so far. That's been my diet. And I was gonna go for a run, but come out here in the sun, but I lost my sunlight because I tinkered around the house, did a little plumbing, did a little house cleaning, did this and that, you know. Try to be a contributor to the house. I don't like my wife having to do everything. That's not right. So I tinkered around so long I couldn't go for a walk in the, for a run in the sun, get myself a little more vitamin D. So, I don't know, my legs are feeling a little taxed from today's sprint, so I decided just to do the evening walk with the dog. So, you know, maybe tomorrow. Usually Saturdays I usually go to the YMCA and get an early morning workout. That's it. I'm just preaching to the choir. The carnivore diet has been good to me. And I think it could be good for you too. Of course, that depends where you're at. If you're loving life and feeling great, you know, maybe whatever you're doing is working for you. But if it isn't, you got that protruding belly, got that fatty liver, maybe it's time to make a change, you know. And of course, you know, incorporating not just the proper human diet, but a little exercise. Yeah, I think that's good sleep. If that's needed medicine, maybe you need to have, right? Hey, come on, bitches. My dog's seeing a little dog walking by. So, anyways, I was gonna say a couple more things. I want to talk about leg training. Leg training. How important it is to work your lower body and just not work your upper body. I saw a guy bring up this study. So, anyways, I'm gonna get to moving along. Remember, train your legs and picking up the pace so I can get a little workout on this, if nothing else. We will be back with more stuff and more information and more health things. I would appreciate you smash that bell, smash that subscribe button, and give me a big thumbs up if you can. Helps me build my channel. So, all right, until the next time, Carnivore Ken out.